Hello and welcome to another episode of Nurse Amy Academy, Nurse Amy TV channel. So today we're actually going to go over the candidate handbook. I get questions about the skills, okay? So certain things in the skills I have mentioned before. Are those emboldened points important? Yes. If it's emboldened, it's important. You need to do that. Okay. Now, is it okay to move around steps? I do a lot. I move steps around. I've tried those steps. I know what is fast and I know what will pace you. So you find that the way I teach is pacey and fast. So I will say pacey and racy. That's how I say it in class. Okay, those are Nurse Amy cookie points. Again, those are things I use in class. I say those things. Yeah, it's okay to move steps around, but you just make sure you do the steps. So it's because sometimes I have people in class who are, okay, one time I had a girl who's, actually there's been two of them who's been through my class. It was a guy and a girl, a young lady who had been through the military system. And they were very, again, it's orientation, is how you've been trained. So steps was very important for them and they couldn't go past. So say for instance, step 1 was wash hands and step 2 was pull the curtain, okay? And step 3 was gather supplies. I'm just throwing out examples there. And I would come in and say, okay, I do my introduction, but because I do not want to forget pulling the privacy curtain, I'm actually going to pull the privacy curtain here, but let me go wash my hands. Does that make sense? I just move things around. So step 2 became like step 1 or step, do you see what I'm saying? So then washing of hand was like now step 3. And that will throw them. They couldn't go past that. It was almost like a roadblock. They couldn't even work around it. It was so tough, especially more so for the girl. So I did work with her. And it's fine to follow the steps in the book because some instructors teach that way. I teach the technique of the skill. Does that make sense? So say for instance, in some skills, some of the candidate handbook in the state that I teach in, they don't have you raising the bed. I have you raising the bed every time you come near the bed. Why? Well, because skill 1 might have you not raising the bed. Skill 5 has you raising the bed. Skill 7 doesn't have you raising the bed. Skill 10 has you raising. So it's like you're all over the place. Which is which? So rule of thumb, first of all, if you are going to be working on anyone in bed, the bed should be up. That's just the way it is. First of all, it protects your back and is safety for them. Does that make sense? So that's why I teach it the way I do. So sometimes people, again, I'm answering questions. Is it okay to move the steps? Yes, but you just make sure you do the steps though. You moving the steps around doesn't mean carte blanche, you're not going to do the steps. No, you will do the steps. Okay, it's just that I have moved them around in such a way that I know it's faster to do them that way. Does that make sense? Okay. Another thing, if it's boldened, you have got to do it. You make sure you do that bold steps, those bold things in your candidate handbook. Another thing you need to be conscious of is those steps move. So if you are going to be doing your state test, you better make sure it's the latest edition. I tell my students this. Don't just go and say, oh, I've been through this class and so I know how the skills are done. No, they change skills all the time. Point in question. I remember, I think it was sometime, I'm trying to remember, I think it was May. No, maybe April this year. So in the state that I teach, in October 1st of last year, they changed all the skills. So any skills previous to that from January to September became obsolete. Well, that's a very harsh word, but because the skills remain the same, it's just that they rearranged it. So from October 1st, they came out with a new set of combined skills where you're combining skills together. And then December 4th, they rectified it, meaning they updated it. So I think I was teaching a class, I think it was, I can't remember now, it must have been, it would have to be my January class. And so I had the old book. So we had books given to us, because before I start any class, I go through to be sure because again, I don't want to be teaching students wrong skills. Okay, we need to be up to date. So you want to be up to date. So, and then some students, through no fault of their own, had an older version. So, one of the skills had been upgraded to using PPE. And in the old book, it wasn't. And it's interesting because as we read in class, that's something I do. I make students read so they get comfortable with the skills, they get comfortable with reading and understanding what those what the things are. I'm a hands-on person, so anyone speaking through my class or my tutoring sessions know that I'm very hands-on. I'm very it's important to me that you get it. That's just me. And then we realized that someone's like, oh no, mine doesn't have you using PPE. I'm like, oh no, oh, that's the wrong, you need to have it. I've also had private tutoring students who didn't have the book, and we had to make sure. So my thing for you is you've got to know what is current. Go to headhdmaster.org. I'm thinking that's what it is. You've got to know what is current, or just call Department of Health or something. I don't know, wherever, what it is in your state. You got to be current. Don't come into a testing sites, do the wrong skill and think, well, you know what, they should have told me. No, the onus isn't you. You're the one tested. Again, the RN test observer is not a CNA. They're not testing. They're RNs, okay? So you need to do your due diligence. So that's something, those are the two questions. Can you move steps? The emboldened parts, if you don't do them, would you fail? Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, you will. Unless they really like you. Again, that's why you need to get the red book. 7 tips on how to prepare for your state CNA exam. I can promise you, it has been, again, I don't know if I can get some of my students to come testify how this book, how those tips in that book has helped them. But again, if it's not broke, why fix it? It is tried, proven, and tested. Just those tips, they would help you. Okay, so please, I'm leaving the link below. Try and get it and practice. Again, I don't give you fluff. I don't care for fluff. I don't like people giving me, and I don't like people giving me options. Just tell me what the roadmap is. Give me a blueprint to get to this pen here, this beautiful pen. It's my Glam Care Academy pen. How do I get to this pen? Take left, go straight, come to a stop sign, climb. That's me. Give me a roadmap. I don't want A gives you this, B gives you, nah. Give me what works. I just want to get to this. Tell me how to do it. So go ahead, get that red book, and it will help you. I guarantee it. Anyway, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for coming on. Please feel free to introduce yourself. Write to me. People write to me all the time. nurseamyacademy@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and follow me on Facebook. Also follow my Glam Care Academy on Instagram and Facebook, and also on YouTube. Please, if there's any video you want me to treat, or any topic you want me to delve into, we will do so. And if you are interested in private tutoring, reach me directly. That is something we can totally work on. And if you want to get tips for businesses where you can work, what kind of business you can do as a CNA, as a nurse, or if you don't even have to be any of those things, how to start business with $0. Visit Glam Care Academy, and I just go into all those things. My years of experience and in my consultancy, because I people consult with me. I'm giving it to you free. All right. Take care until I see you again. Give me a thumbs up. Please make sure you subscribe and share my videos. Please share my videos. Thank you. It'll help somebody. Take care and I'm rooting for you.